Arrendor is on the brink of upheaval. For centuries, the clan struggled against giants until 400 years ago, when dragons crossed the Great Sea, forcing them to unite and build the 10 Bastions. As the threat faded, the clans fractured into the 10 Kingdoms, and all but the last Bastion were abandoned. As ancient calamities stir and darkness rises in the east, my 4 champions must rise up to unite the kingdoms, restore the Bastions, uncover their secrets, and stand against this darkness as a declaration of war.
Calagon Dör. I will discover the secrets of my lineage and cement my legacy as one of the greatest adventurers of all time.
Cleave still in here. The migration of the dragons forced the migration of peoples and beasts, which brings death. We're all invasive species now. I won't let us become extinct ones.
The name's Rodrick Elwood, the voice of this generation, and the greatest performer in lore. Oh, and you should see me with a bow.
And I, Arlyn Dursalai, searching for my father's sword, Trident, to bring justice to these lands. Together, we are the 4 Horsemen.
And this is Divine Inspiration.
Hello and welcome back, everybody!
Hola, welcome to the stream!
We have a new player apparently at the table. I'm going to hold off on the announcements till break, as we got some fun ones coming up. So instead, gather around, get cozy, and enjoy as I get to tell you guys all a recap of some absolute nonsense that happened due to these true legends around me at this table. So, first up, everybody having separated in the sands within this desert and gone their different ways, Calagon having chosen to stay behind with the party of Osmanthus and Nindal specifically. Having heard Nindal and his iconic quote of what are the odds they find us in the middle of the desert, which I so love given how the end of this whole session ended, was able to keep them hidden for a long enough time. But unfortunately, eventually throughout this journey, they started hearing this whistling, only to find out that the ambassador that had been captured by the orcs was slowly guiding them closer and closer towards the group. After hearing him shout bang, there were 2 loud explosions and fire, among other things, including debris, smoke, and some clear yells and things of that nature. Another little bit of fun was just that Calagon got to enjoy fighting this burning sandworm type creature that unfortunately got the best of him, and he was able to escape, luckily. Now, back on the other end, where everybody else was resting up, the party came together to slowly convince Jean to consider joining up with their party after a night's rest, and deciding to go back into the inn and get that proper night's rest. Jean actually even decided that he was going to bunk with Rodrick. Having heard about the caverns where they got their power and all the different unique murals and things of the sort, they'd clearly captured his interest to some degree. And so as he went to bed resting that night, hoping to wake up peacefully relaxed, he instead awoke to a very, very different feeling, as unfortunately, Rodrick had tattooed his name across the forehead of Jean Canito. On the other end, Calagon, having tried to escape and to the best of his ability riding off apart from Osmanthus and Nindal, found himself falling down into a spider's trap in the middle of the desert, where a small portion of ground gave way into a cavernous pit, and there was this large web where unfortunately both Calagon and Jeff found themselves stuck. After a very, very brief combat, Calagon having fired off a magic missile at him, he unfortunately was unable to kill the spider. But he was able, instead, to summon forth an unusual golden cube creature called a Modron, which, between the two of them, eventually decided that it was going to fire on the spider. During this fight, Calagon unfortunately went down, and while Cleave is out searching for him, we'll find out exactly what has happened with Calagon. And so, Cleave, having searched through the desert all night long, into the morning, having found the burning remains of this orc vehicle, if you will, you see now in front of you the scattered remains of these different creatures, one burnt orc and 3 dead dire wolves. Having now concentrated and kind of rested up for a brief time, you're able to now cast Speak with Animals freely. And as you kind of open your eyes after a brief meditation, you just now are kind of feeling all the smoke building up around you in your eyes as some of this breeze has now drifted some of that smoke closer and closer towards you, and it's now clearly starting to stink up your clothing and starting to kind of get in your eyes and face, generally speaking. Is there anything that you had planned specifically as far as what you'd like to do with this dawn of a new day?
I would like to seek out and soothe the hopefully already tamed direwolf that's wandering just over the dunes.
Very good. Okay. It has been a good 10 minutes. Make a brief, I'd say just perception check at this point. You know what? No, it'll be survival to kind of track it a little bit. It would have wandered just a bit.
Wow. 22.
22.
Didn't even need the Rodrick dice. I should have thought that way still, though.
The winds are picking up, and you
Should be
can tell
nervous.
that soon a lot of tracks are going to start getting a lot harder to follow. But hard not to follow a trail of blood and pause, as you can see a very clear outline following through some of the dunes and leading just, honestly, not even a quarter mile out yet.
All right. Man, what would they call it? I would just use its proper name. Species. Oi, direwolf!
He just turns to you, and you can see that this creature just kind of limping a little bit, just looks back to you in shock.
Come here. I'm still alright. I'll help you out.
You can see where he lowers his body weight for a moment, and still watching you, starts lightly stepping back, clearly immediately pensive.
I'm gonna let you get my scent. I wasn't with everybody, but I am one of your friends.
Okay, go ahead and roll your persuasion check.
Killing it. 18.
18. Very good. The creature is wounded badly enough, and it knows better than to think that it's going to be fine on its own. And as it starts slowly kind of coming to a stop, it doesn't go any closer to you, but rather it does just kind of continue bringing its weight further down as it eventually just lays all the way down. Just kind of watches from where it's at.
All right. If I have any... Well, I got all my stuff back, so I should have a little bit of ration stuff. So I'm going to sit down, not facing it directly, and just pull out a little bit of food and try to continue to coax it over and say, come here, boy, come on. A girl, whatever you are. You a boy or a girl, you can talk right now.
It's just kind of staring at you for a time still, and it eventually just looking at you. You can see as it starts like aiming to get up, and instead just like drops its
Nah,
weight
come
back
here.
down.
Come here, we gotta get you fixed. It looks like you're hurt.
And you can see that it is just kind of whimpering lightly and motioning to its leg currently. And just
I didn't want to hurt you. I want to help you. Come here.
and it starts slowly pushing itself back up and walking your way, and you can see where it's limping with a really messed up paw currently, and it's just kind of making its way over to you very slowly till eventually it just kind of pauses by your side and starts sniffing at the ration held out, eventually taking a small bite.
Yeah, I'll give it the full ration. I'll lay it on a little bit of cloth, and then with like I don't know, probably just like a spare shirt or something. I'm gonna start trying to calm it through like the process of me trying to like check its cuts and maybe wrap them up.
Okay. You notice that throughout the entire ordeal, it seems surprisingly quiet, this creature, as it just kind of looks on and allows you to start patching it up.
Yeah, so as long as I can deal with the wound without it like flipping out, growling, attacking, I'm gonna, while I start medicining it, I'm just gonna start ritualing the Speak with Animals again. So that the whole first one was spent on just trying to soothe it. The next one will be on that trying to get information.
Okay. Yeah, and eventually just kind of feeling that it's doing a little bit better and it's not gaining any more pain as time goes on. You can watch as it eventually starts to rest a little bit better. Eventually just kind of laying there at your side. Just proper paws out before it,
Yep.
partially underneath.
Good, very good. All right.
And once I can talk again,
So, could you tell me what happened here? Did somebody attack you? Did somebody hurt everybody?
I don't know. It hurts.
Yeah, it looks bad, but we got it fixed up, and we're gonna make it better. We just gotta get a little bit of rest. I'm gonna take you somewhere to rest up. But first, we have to find anybody else who might have made it out. We have to find everybody and save everybody we can.
Gone.
Yeah. Was there out here? Was there a purple lizard person?
No.
No, none of that. Okay. So you don't know how you got hurt? Was it a person?
Fire.
Fire. It was fire. Okay. Yeah. Were you on the on this? And I want to gesture to the boat. Were you on top of this?
You can tell that from the growling that he isn't trying to necessarily respond to your question, but rather that he's clearly like angry as you mention it and going towards it, that he didn't seem to enjoy that construct.
Okay. Did this hurt you? Was somebody bad on here?
Fire.
There's fire on it right now. Is there fire on it right now?
It's just light smoke still left over. That's
Okay.
really about it.
All right.
Did his like fur seem singed and
Yes,
stuff?
absolutely.
Okay. Nice. So, oh no, that wasn't you.
I
That
don't
wasn't
think
inside
it
that.
went through.
That's really
No,
funny.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
For the people at home, dogs barked nearby.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just gonna still try to get. Okay, well, I have a friend. I wonder if I have any of his stuff on me. That'd be phenomenal. Let me see. Quick check of my inventory. I got a sling. I got my fence shield. Fence kit, high armor. Gas mask. I'm gonna try maybe the rope. I know that we tied that around each one of us. I'm gonna take the rope and I'm gonna say, do you smell anybody on here besides me? Can you smell anything? Okay. It's not good. Well, why don't you just help me try to find my last friend so we can all get back to safety? We gotta get somewhere with the water and with... Yeah, we're gonna get you back home, yeah.
You can see as it starts like standing up
Okay.
and slowly just walking back in the direction that you saw it leaving previously.
Is that in the cardinal direction of the city?
Yes, it's back towards where you guys were imprisoned.
Yeah, okay. No. We have to find them first. We can't let them die out here, so we have to search. I know it's gonna be hard, but we're not gonna go too fast. You just have to help me smell out my friend. If you can smell... Here, I pull out my whole backpack. If you can smell anybody else on here, it'll be helpful.
I'm just kind of smelling back on it.
Or even these foods. My friends carry the same food. So, if you could smell this...
Home.
The rations. Yeah, we're gonna get you home, yeah. But we got to find him. We can't go home without him. That's our job.
Kind of like slowly limps up towards you. Heart. Home.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out my my mess kit and get this precise bowl, and I'm gonna pour some water in it and just let him drink a little bit. Just take it easy for a little bit. We're gonna rest a little longer.
Okay. Make one more persuasion check.
I'm crushing it right now. All right, this is a 20, but not natural 20.
Okay.
Okay. He finishes the bowl of water, and you can see now as like this deeper sigh of relief exits his body,
This is how humans tamed wolves, by the way.
and
This
just
is
kind
how
of
we made dogs.
lays down on the ground.
Rolled constant 20s.
And you can see as like there's like a light snarling, as though like he clearly still has like some violence left in him, despite going along with your request, as he just there, pointing back towards where you had actually come from, closer towards
You smell it?
Rudon.
Yes. Do you want to rest a little bit longer, or you want to just go?
Home.
All right, so we go. Okay, help me find him. Let's go. You lead the way. I'll follow you.
And getting back up again, you can see where this creature's limping the whole way through. Very large creature. This is not... Already a wolf is massive in relation to a dog. This thing is like double or triple that size. This is not a small creature.
Yeah.
This is the kind of creature that can like fit half of your body in its mouth. As it just kind of lifts its body up and starts limping back out. You can see now where it's following back in the general path that you seem to have left off on. Roll a d20 for me.
These keep rolling good.
Just the... Oh, I'm not adding anything.
Just the 20.
10.
10.
I was trying to remember what it was for, and I just didn't know.
It takes you close to the path that you'd clearly come from, but you can tell that at some point it starts veering just a little off the same track that you had come
Okay.
as a direwolf yourself. And so, tracking back in that direction, you can see where it now starts to veer off, and it's going quite slowly, unfortunately. So, as you follow that further out into the desert wilderness, we're gonna pick back up back in Rudon, where you all, having rested up with your new pals, got to enjoy a wonderful night's rest,
Yes, we did.
where dear
Feels
sweet
good.
little Rumgar now gets to curl up beside you, where Felgren decided to take the floor. And believe it or not, despite having more people in your party, you guys are the ones with the single bed, unfortunately. And as you wake to what should be a peaceful morning, you're instead met with clear disapproval as the shouts continue on from the room beside you. And you can just hear getting louder and louder. Cannot believe, what would you even make you... And then followed by the slam of a door as Rodrick, you now see that going from scolding you to just reaching for the door in an instant, Gene just slams the door behind him as he just quickly takes off outside the room.
I'm gonna follow him.
He's just booking it down the hall and leaving towards the entryway of the inn currently.
I'll keep going.
Okay. He walks over to the front desk where there's a fairly strapping gentleman, and leaned over, he just kind of thrown by all of the noise within his inn, looks over only for Gene to just slam his hand on the desk. Tell me there's an inn. Tell me something about people from the Vindrel dynasty being here. Tell me that there's some way I can get away from this freak.
Oh no.
And
This freak has a name.
listen here, Eldrick Rodwood. I'm fed up with the nonsense, and I'm fed up with... As he feels his forehead. Do you not think I can feel that that something pointed was in my head? You don't think I can notice that there happens to be words strewn across my chest, and yet still for some reason there's a light soreness on the forehead? And he pulls up his hair. Tell me, sir. And he looks to the man. Anything there? And the man just kind of... Yes, there happens to be.
Oh,
And
what does it say? Please tell
fed
me.
up. I'm out. Thank you so much. Thanks for the save. You did your job. I'm gonna go do mine, and I'm gonna get out of your hair. Have a great life.
Wait, but I still have to deliver you to the
And
Vindrel
you
dynasty.
see him just walking on out. One more
At
slam.
that moment, I'm literally walking into the hallway. I go, what is happening here?
I'm gonna look to the strapping gentleman in the front desk. Stop him! What are you doing? He can't get away.
Just kind of looks around, half smirks, and sir, that's not my policy here.
Where's Gene?
Is it safe to? I think I'll stay out of this one, actually. You
Rodrick.
gentlemen, enjoy. Please do keep the noise to a minimum if possible.
He ran.
Ren?
Follow me. I'm
Oh.
just gonna book it to the door and
I'm
look for him.
going to grab Rumgar's hand and I'm going to walk. I go, Felgren, follow us, I guess. So
Fantastic.
confused. Where'd he go?
You walk out, and as you follow out into the street, looking for Gene, immediately you can see barefoot right now, still in clothes from the last night, no shoes in hand, has his bag, but that's it. As now he's just taking off directly across where you can see the big old sign of the Waking Dawn Guildhall, and he's just trucking it out. And you can still hear these light shouts as he turns around, waiting to see you over his shoulder. Get back inside now! Don't even try it.
You can't
Gee.
survive.
Stay away.
What is happening
Get away
here?
from me.
No, there's something wrong with him,
Can we
Arlyn.
keep it down, please? Don't you see people are still sleeping around here?
Arlyn, lower your voice.
Yeah, lower my. Hey, if you don't mind, there are people following me. Please, everybody, be on the lookout for the weird freak with the weird bright hair. And he starts
look
making
up.
his way up the stairs.
I look up.
Both of y'all, yeah.
And you can see that he's now shouting as loudly as he can. And he's met at the door now.
Gene, please.
And as
Can
the
we have
door
a word?
opens, please let me in. Please let me in. People are following me. And you watch as the door just creaks open slightly as he slides in. And
It's the door
it
to the Waking
closes.
Dawn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Despite all the knocking, you can hear like light, muffled voices behind the door for a moment. And then after time, one moment. And as the voices continue on, you can tell there's conversation being had. And then there seems to be like one almost light shout. Not from Jean, but from the other figure that slowly creaks the door open. And standing there, you can even see where part of the foot is hanging out into the doorway, and you can tell that this man's foot is holding the door shut for the most part. As you can now see this kind of reddened eye peer through the cracks with this kind of wavy black hair. Welcome. And you can see where Iman is just staring you down from the entry of his own guild hall.
Oh, Iman, good to see you again.
This
Hello there,
is quite a surprise. What
Oh, what about this is surprising?
seems to be the case? Well, for starters, the name?
What name?
That was surprising.
Huh?
The name.
Rodrick?
What was the name? What did you see?
And he just kind of looks back and forth. It was your doing, yes?
Yes, it was. It's a long story.
What is the story? What is he speaking of?
Okay, well, you know, I've told you, out of all things, most important to me is respect. Right?
Okay.
Which he seemed to lack consistently towards me. Last night, he actually said, "Who are you again?"
Okay. Rodrick.
But-
Seriously.
So, I gently reminded him. Gently. Every day for the rest of his life.
What exactly does that mean, Rodrick?
Okay, well, April put a pouch in my pocket. I thought it was, I don't know, some kind of like blueberry juice or something. Listen, I dipped my... Okay, I dipped a piece into it. I may have written my name on his forehead for him to read for the rest of his life.
You just hear a
we
shout from
figure
behind
way.
you. What do you mean for the rest of my life?
Listen, there is a way to remove... Can he come out here and talk to me like a man?
Can someone kill him? Can somebody just get rid of him? There's nothing that's going to be good coming out of him regardless.
Iman, you know that's not the way we handle justice.
He just kind of... And he motions behind him for a moment as the door opens just a little bit. He kind of leans his face through somewhat. This man seems very distraught. Perhaps give him a little bit, and we'll discuss later.
Well, we're on mission. We're supposed to bring him back to the Vendrell Dynasty. You don't remember we met with Evandil?
He is here. This is good.
Evandil is here right now.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's... Wait, I'm not ready. We were supposed... There's something else we're supposed to do before we meet Evandil. I need your help to get that man and bring him out to me and maybe chain him to my arm or something.
And do what?
Does not sound like a great idea, Rodrick.
We just need some answers before they take him away.
This man clearly does not like the idea of going with you.
What's that phrase with the student and the master? The slave has become the slaver. There we go.
I know he doesn't want to come with me, but that's just part of life, right? I did not sign up for this entire thing, and yet I'm
He
here.
was half convinced until this.
He wasn't half convinced anything. He thought I was a nobody.
I will politely ask them to stay to meet with you again tonight, if all is well. But it sounds like you have done your job.
I've done...
Well done.
No, but that's not fair. It's not fair. It's not right.
And what would you have me do?
You remember that thing you did?
I remember, yes.
Yes. Can you him back here right now?
That is not going to happen.
It'll be so fast, he won't even feel it. I should know.
Is there anything else?
So what? He's just gonna go with the ambassador.
He is a grown man, and I don't seem to get the sense that he seems very safe with you, lad.
I did nothing.
Okay. The reality is he began to make up lies about us. Okay? He began to spew lies about us that we've done none of, we have claimed none of, and after all that, I decided to just write my name on his head, just as a token of gratitude. I write my name on all the things I love, the things I don't want to lose. Yet here he is being lost.
What?
Listen, I do
Look,
appreciate...
pull out my drum and it says Rodrick on it.
Hard not to acknowledge that one. This is unusual, but I've seen similar. Listen, you're free to stay outside as long as you'd like.
Iman, do you know of this liquid he used or whatever?
Not in the slightest.
Something that seems permanent? I don't know.
No, but that sounds problematic.
Well, I still have a little bit of this jar left. I mean, there's nothing in it, but maybe...
It's kind of...
May I
have
at
no need.
least come in and speak to the ambassador? We'll leave Rodrick outside.
Oh, I demand it.
He kind of looks back to Jean instead. I'll say in your case, go ahead and roll a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Yeah, because I'm standing next to this fool.
Troublemaker, bro.
I already rolled bad enough.
No, wait, no, you roll.
Oh, I'm supposed to roll for you.
Rodrick's
You
hands.
are in fact the one who
Rodrick's
should be
hands.
rolling here anyway.
So disadvantage?
Yes.
What is it? Persuasion?
Persuasion.
What's your modifier?
Persuasion.
Are you
Modifier. Don't think so. +4.
I got the persuader out here.
Okay.
First one was pretty good.
How? How is he so consistent?
Pretty good. 19.
Man! Oh my goodness.
You're rolling for yourself now on?
Actually, just to see.
That was insane. You
Hey,
really
he-
are way too consistent. That
He
makes
got
no
him into
sense
this mess.
whatsoever.
He's got to get him out of it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
13.
I'm with that one.
So,
A 9
yeah,
plus
no,
4.
with that, Jean angrily, it's like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds great. Bring him on in. As
Oh, no.
he slowly opens the door, very, very slowly, but only enough for one person to fit through. As Iman still kind of stands in the way in part. Says, only you.
I say, Rodrick, please take care of Romgar here. And I give Rodrick his hand. And nothing ridiculous.
Never done such thing in my life. Rumgar, what would you like to do?
Oh, that sounds ridiculous too. And I squeeze right in.
As he starts leaning into your ear.
Kill other red man?
Let's rain check on that. Let's get a rain check. Is Iman gone yet?
He will slowly close the door.
Wait.
behind As Arlyn walks through.
Oh. I wanted to complain. Make a formal complaint. Rumgar, you shouldn't even be here right now. That means that they did not do their job accordingly. And we paid them out of our own pockets. And look at you back here with us. I want my money back. I will get my money back.
I just want everybody to know that I just got a message asking for the mannequin's arm to borrow that.
Wow.
In real time, it happened just
Our
now.
mannequin's arm?
Fantastic.
That's us. He's us. You can't do that.
As you
He is
wander
the fourth
about, you
orphan
can tell
now.
that Rumgar is quite curious, trying to figure things out as he just looks to you.
How do we rain check man?
Well, rain check just means that we'll get to it at a more opportune time.
Okay. Not fun.
But keep your hands on your... What do you have back there?
Just kind of like pulls out from like behind him a little bit, like this paddle is just like hanging off of him. And he just, I don't know.
Keep your hands on your paddle, I guess. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can go spread the name of the 4 horsemen.
Okay. And just kind of excitedly starts marching off with you. As inside, you're met with Gene just sitting there constantly licking his hand and rubbing his forehead and seeing nothing come off. And why did he say it was permanent? What? How could it be permanent?
You're asking the wrong guy.
And you can see as he's like now like rummaging through his bag trying to find something. He can't be. Come on. This is.
Can I take a look?
Do you plan to help?
I have nothing to do with this, Gene. I think our many conversations...
You can see it eventually. He pulls out this like mostly jagged glass that he uses as a mirror that he kind of holds out in front of him. Oh, that's not even small.
With your hair down is barely noticeable. I am gravely sorry.
And Iman starts walking over towards you.
Can I...
How much does it cost for me to hire you to kill a man?
To kill you?
And as Iman walks over towards the two of you, you can see that he just sits on a nearby bench. He says, I suppose that depends on the men. And Jean, I can't be fully convinced, but I'm pretty confident they're weak enough to lose to goblins. Sound easy enough? It isn't too bad. There are laws within the confines of this village, but it can be done.
Excuse me, I'm standing right here. Gene.
You have paid for things, and you know what we are capable of, yes?
I mean, sure.
It has been done. Depends what the man has done.
I'm assuming he's talking about Rodrick.
He kind of looks down at Jean, who's just kind of like pulled downward, still sitting on a bench as well, but like leaned so low in anger, just staring at his own face still, with this like inked up forehead below his hair. I will work for whoever it takes to make as much money as is necessary, so that anytime somebody asks me whose name this is, I can just tell them no one.
Well, that's nice. Can I take a close look? Might be the wrong time to say this, but it's quite good penmanship, I would say. But here, let me take a close look. So I start kind of like feeling around.
Don't.
I mean, I would love to examine it.
Can you remove it?
I don't know. And can I guess, kind of tell that it's somewhat magical, or does it look
not
like
innately?
ink?
No, it just looks like ink across his forehead.
April, are you around?
She's not about to undo something this whimsical.
Nothing.
This is gold.
Well, listen. This April, Rodrick talked about that he got this liquid from. I know nothing about, by the way. She seems to be following us. I mean, you were there. You know exactly who we're talking about. It's possible if we could somehow get in contact with her that she would know a way. Or she would fool us into making it worse. But, regardless, it seems pretty mundane to me. I'm not sure if it is magical or not, but... Iman, you said Vadid, he was a wizard of some sort?
He does things that seem pretty amazing.
Is there any possibility that he would know, maybe? He would be able to tell if this was magic or not?
My brother is not here often.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is.
Do you know when he will return?
It will be some time. It will be some time.
Well, that's not great. Any other mages in the guild?
There are people with some amount of power, but typically none that I'm aware of who could remove things of this nature.
Well, maybe not remove, but even just detect or understand what things are, because we don't even know.
My brother had one man that he was training up to some extent, but he is gone. And the rest, not quite their specialty. This is
Well, that's lovely.
unfortunate.
Well, Jean,
Yeah.
is there any slight possibility of you coming with us? If I keep you away from Rodrick,
I understand you guys have a sense of humor. I get it. I see it. I hear it firsthand. I really do. Noting the penmanship.
He
great.
said, I feel it.
That's a brother laugh. That was good.
Why? Why in the world would I ever?
I mean, we did talk about a win-win scenario.
He kind of ignores you and he looks to Iman. They said the ambassador was here, right? Can I speak to him? Is that an issue? No, no issue there.
Well, that's why you let me in, so I suppose I will follow.
And he starts walking back up the stairs, and you can see now where he continues up the stairwell, all the way around the main area, continuing up further and further, closer towards the office space. And surprisingly, in the exact same room as last time, you watch as Iman just kind of holds up his hand and... I will leave it to you guys. Please do not cause any trouble. And if for whatever reason this one causes you any issues, just give one good shout, as he looks to Jean, warning him against you in brief.
Me?
Part.
I've done nothing of the sort, though.
And
Okay.
Jean kind of walks up, knocks on the door as Iman walks off. And you just hear from the other side, "One moment." And after a little bit of shifting, at some point, fully done up, you can see making a reappearance here. The man kind of leans over, creaking the door open, and quite quickly afterwards, opens the door all the way. Ah, well done. It is a pleasure to meet you in person. And as he reaches his hand out for Jean's, Jean reaches back, and you can watch as they shake hands briefly. He says, "Do come in." And as Jean steps in, you can see the glance that he gives back your way. And he just kind of stands around at the side, not wanting to sit on the man's bed. "I see that you guys have been looking for me, and were kind enough to send for me. Thank you so much. When do we take off?" To which Evandil just turns and, "As soon as possible, I suppose. But there are a few things to line up." And he pulls a bag from underneath the bed, and he picks it up, and you can see where he starts kind of going through some files. And he picks out this form. He looks it over. You can see where he starts to fold it up. He does so a few times. And as he hands you these papers, he pulls one final one. He says, "And finally," and he turns it over, "yours." And you can see where you have your name written alongside that of Evandil's. And it says, "Permissions of temporary access." And he starts folding it up. "Well done."
I grab it and I say, "How temporary?"
"There are blackout dates, if you will, but for the time being you may come and go as you please. It is not a form of citizenship. It will not allow you to purchase within city limits, but within any region that is considered Vindril Dynasty. There's no reason you shouldn't be allowed within.
Very well.
Do be careful. Remember that without showing that, there are many places that will not allow access with full arms. If you intend to go in with your weaponry, then be sure to show."
We'll most definitely keep this safe.
Very good. Now, is there anything else that I can be of assistance with?
I give one last look to Jean. And, like, I have this, like, half-defeated look with the plans that I wanted to bring him with us and everything. And I say, "Well, Jean, it was a pleasure to discuss conversation with you."
He just kind of lightly nods. "Yeah." Y'all can't all roast him at once. Relax. Hobby, where's your mic?
We do need a
He
mic for
said
Hobby.
thanks for talking about talking.
That's funny. I love it.
Oh, man. These poor guys, both of them hurting right now. As Jean now kind of stands, and you can tell where he seems like he's gonna go in for like a goodbye of some sort. Instead just walks over, opens the door.
I reach out to shake his hand.
He still shakes it.
We will see each other again. Hopefully on better terms.
We'll see.
Evandil, thank you for your business.
Been a pleasure.
And we will see you soon as well.
Quite possible. Looking forward to it.
As we are.
He says, "Thank you so much." And with like a light bow, you watch as now Jean's like, not even with you like out the door yet, starting to like close the door on you.
And I step back as I watch the door shut.
You hear a like little click on the other end.
Rodrick. Completely ruining our plans. And I just start walking out. I look
Fantastic.
around if there's any familiar faces.
Just Iman standing like at the end of his office's doorway as he's just kind of like arms crossed, leaned against the post, just watching.
Iman,
Yes.
it was great seeing you again.
Why would you do that?
Do what?
The forehead.
That was not me. I would have never allowed it. But I'm sure you've overheard your bard arguing with my bard. It's just what bards do, I suppose. They think they're funny.
In the right circumstance, I could see a man wanting to kill a man for that.
Yes.
It makes sense.
Now,
He should be careful.
yes, we should.
Good luck.
Thank you. Same to you.
He kind of turns, going into his own office.
Get our money back for them not delivering Rumgar.
Say what? Oh. Oh.
Offer to call it even if they spare Rodrick's life.
So hilarious. That's actually so funny, but I didn't think of it.
Go ahead.
That is so good.
I say, Iman,
And he kind of pausing himself as he goes to return to his work. Yes.
do you remember we paid a few of your people to take our little companion, the orc one?
I do believe I remember something of this sort, yes.
Well, somehow he's back in our hands.
I take it they did not deliver then.
That is beyond my knowledge, but somehow he's back in our hands.
Are the twins back?
I did not see them.
Where did he come from?
I really don't know, if I'm completely honest. But now he's on Rodrick's watch at the moment, and I fear for that too. I just want a safe place for Rumgar. He cannot come with us.
Very well. Lead me to your friend.
What will you do with him? Take
I
him back?
will search for the twins.
Definitely.
This is the only way to know what happened.
Yes.
Very well. You watch as he starts walking his way back downstairs again. Rodrick, where are you at in all this?
Okay, so
Uh-oh, he's got a plan! That was so dangerous.
okay, so at this point, I would have gathered a crowd of probably about 10, right? And during this time, I would have given Rumgar a really quick lesson in, like, just small bits of acting. So, like, mainly, like, puppy dog eyes, and also little dances and stuff like that. And I am telling the story, the first story of the Four Horsemen. But we are doing it in act-out fashion. And I'm going to the 10 people and I'm saying, do you see what I have here? Many think orcs to be brutish creatures.
I will kill you
Gnarling
all.
fans. Chewing everyone that comes their way. But in our endeavors, as I've told you, the Four Horsemen, we suddenly encountered a spider web in which I, being the bravest of them all, of course, approached it, zipped it, and down popped this.
I am Ark.
Rumgar, are you vicious?
Yes.
People of Rudon Village, is this the face of viciousness that you always saw orcs to be?
He kind of looks around. Make a... I'll say performance check.
10. That's a horrible roll.
10. As people start looking around, you can hear light, like, whispers amongst them, and eventually one woman kind of slowly just... No? And Rumgar looks and... Yes?
And as we hear from the caves the sudden pitter-pattering of spider legs, suddenly, out from the ceiling drops, and that'll be an extra gold coin for you to finish the rest of the story.
There.
Hand it to Rumgar, please.
And as he's thinking for a time, spiders.
Rumgar,
Spiders
Rumgar,
everywhere.
Stop. They need to pay for the rest. This is a painting.
Spiders kept coming.
No, stop.
And then more spiders. And then
Rumgar.
and then we killed spiders.
No.
And then everyone died.
Oh, don't spoil it for them. Clearly not everyone died. I'm still alive. Rumgar's still alive. But
I
if
am
you
Orc.
care to know more, 1 gold will give you the rest of the story.
That was the rest of story. I am Ark. They all died.
Never mind. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Rumgar, come here. I'm gonna grab him like a little son and drag him away.
You all catch just the back end here, as you see now Rodrick pulling Rumgar out of a crowd, and Iman looking downward. That was easier than I expected.
I suppose. Rodrick.
Oh, your meeting's done.
Yes,
Okay. And what came of it? Where's the Canito?
we delivered the Canito.
To even deal.
Yes.
Well, did you get our money back?
Money back for what?
For Rumgar being here.
I didn't ask.
Is Iman next to you?
Yes.
Hey, Iman.
Yes,
Pleasure seeing you.
it is a pleasure.
I see
Yes.
you're a man of honor, a man of respect,
This is
as am
true.
I.
I do not think this is true.
Oh, this is true. This is
Continue.
true. We inquired about your services. You said you were the best in town. Frankly, you said you were the protectors of this town, and we entrusted our own child with you. Where is he now?
Just kind of looking down at him. I do not know. I cannot tell orcs apart very well.
He's here. We paid a lot of money.
He looks down at Rumgar. Are you the same orc boy? I am Rumgar. This sounds familiar. This is good. Okay.
Promises made, no promises kept.
He is safe. Yes.
Yes, back with us. This is not where we wanted him to be. He's supposed to be out there by the farms. He's supposed to be with Cleave's family. Somebody that he would learn from. Big Mama Green.
Big Mama Green.
It's all Mama.
I love it.
Big
Not the
Mama
point.
Green.
He says, "Boy, where are the twins?" And Rumgar just kind of shrugs for a moment. Where did they leave you? And he just on carriage. He says, what happened to the carriage? And you can tell that Iman's starting to like get a little frustrated. That he's just like, where are they? What happened with the carriage? How did you get back here? And he just I was in sand.
They left him in the carriage. Rule number 1 of child caring, never leave them in a moving vehicle.
Boy, did they leave him with you? Do you know where they went?
You asking me?
Yes.
I've no idea.
How did you get the boy? How did he come to you?
He showed up.
What was this? He was back in town?
They must have. No, he showed up in the middle of the desert. The scariest place alive. Have you ever been there?
Oh, you're not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
No,
In
not
the
at all. I
middle of the
told you he
desert.
just appeared.
I thought he was being sarcastic.
No, he appeared in the
No.
middle of the desert. We
Yes.
found him there, the most dangerous place he could be. We sent him off to safety. I want my money back with interest.
More than likely to repay for you to take him officially.
I will need to find my people. If they were lost in the desert, then there are bigger problems at hand. Perhaps come speak with me in a few days, or hang out around here, and I will need to send a search party.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
We do not have many members currently. We cannot afford to just...
Well, I completely
Send everyone
understand. Well, you maybe can't send him. Maybe we can keep an eye on him. Or we can leave him with Ivan Deal. He said he could place him in a home. But I would like at least my money back, whether it be in stocks and bonds in your company or cash, gold,
We
coin.
do not have the dungeon set up just yet, but it would only be accessible to those who were under our banner. If you were to join the Waking Dawn, you would be more than likely able to access all such things.
I can't join you
And why not?
because I'm my own man.
As are we all, yes.
And have you heard of the Four Horsemen?
As of late, yes.
Yes. Well, I can't join you because it would indicate I'd leave them.
There can be parties within guilds.
Yes, but then we'd have a boss.
Have you heard of the twins?
The twins are their own party within your guild.
Yes.
What are they called? Lost.
The twins. They're called the twins.
Well.
More like the to losers, not the to win.
Listen to me.
Twins.
Rodrick, I cannot go back and forth with you all day. I need to find my people. Please, bear with me. If they had your money, they will have your money still. Hopefully they are alright.
Okay, you do as you need to.
Very good.
What do
Thank
we do
you.
with him?
And he starts his way back toward the guild hall again, largely ignoring your request. Rumgar just...
Am
Here
I
we go,
going
back
with...
in square one.
No, there could be some use for Rumgar.
Do I go with Elf then? Did,
I would hate to make any decisions and not consult with Cleave.
Did
That would
you-
not be the right thing.
did you sell me?
Did I sell you?
Or
To help you.
To make sure you went into a safe home within our people's family.
okay.
Not just to push you away, to make you safe.
Okay. He just kinda-
But you're here now, so you might as well make yourself useful.
Okay. How?
All right, Rumgar, let me explain to you something.
Uh-huh.
There is a specific detail about you that we must use to our advantage.
Uh-huh.
Your size. You're small. You can fit into cracks, in crevices, and pockets.
I'm very strong.
Rodrick, what are you saying?
Saying that there's some bad people, and it wouldn't hurt for them to, I don't know, lose an item or two.
No.
What's wrong with that? Gene Canito said we were going to destroy the world. The least we can do is buy candy in the process.
And you see as he reaches down behind his armor into these little pockets, and he pulls out 2 little gold coins.
Here.
Thank you.
He puts one back.
What was this for?
Candy.
Oh.
The
I'm
noble
pretty sure
thing
you
to
gave
do.
him that gold coin.
The noble thing to do. Thank you, Rumgar.
Thank you.
Now we must find a way to kill time while we wait for Cleave and Calagon.
You can see now, just across the street from here,
a very similar ordeal to what you guys just went through, but separate in its own right.
Huh.
Where instead of running away from somebody, you can see now as Osmanthus is just shoving two people out of his building. A male and a female figure.
Osmanthus is
Now, get.
Wasn't Oz with Calagon?
Oz,
He just looks. Yeah, what?
where is Calagon?
He's. I don't know. He said he needed to go alone or something.
Huh?
You didn't find him?
No, we were long gone.
He closes the door behind him. You get out! As he just kind of like whisper yells at these two people. And you can tell he's just kind of walking sideways, watching them as he's walking over towards you, like loud as possible footfalls, despite having the tiniest little feet. And he just kind of walks over. What is it? What? How? We came back, and basically, he was beside us for a while, and then we just kept going as fast as we could, and suddenly he wasn't beside us. He said he needed to go alone.
Well, why were you
I
going
thought
as fast as you could? As far as I knew you were gonna
Because we were getting
rest.
chased by stuff.
Chased.
We're getting chased by a bunch of things. It's not really the point. The point is, I thought he made it back here.
Well, he didn't.
We must go back out. I mean, Calagon's in danger. Cleave's in danger. Barry's in danger.
Well, that sounds like it could be a problem.
Do you have anything that flies?
I don't have anything, period.
What do you mean?
It's gone. It's all gone.
Gone?
I left somehow, and now everything's gone.
Ooh. Well, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Can't be a merchant without merch.
I've noticed. Trying to figure that one out right now. Maybe. Maybe time for a new trade. Maybe time for a new place. Grok's gotta be looking for more potion makers, right?
You would go back to
You're
Grok.
Going back to Grokt.
Could be useful.
Well, at least you have a sandwalker.
I do have that now.
Okay, we can't waste time. We need to go back into the desert.
Well, good luck with that.
Where's our sandwalker?
Listen, Nindal and I both came with sandwalkers. Would you allow us to keep one of them?
No. When we find our friends,
We can discuss some
discuss
terms.
that.
Your friend left me outside in the desert without a mask and told me to fend for myself. And I would like to remind you that those masks were lent to you. Without that mask, unfortunately, you cannot repay the debt of the one Sandwalker. So for the time being, then, you may get one of your Sandwalkers back.
Where's Nindal?
He's inside.
Where are the sandwalkers?
They're also just inside.
Okay, Arlyn, I'll let you lead.
Me?
Yes, I've been in a rather mood the last 3 days. And I've realized I shouldn't do things when I'm in a mood. Because it leads to bad things. So I'll let you decide.
Well, if we do go back out, we do need these masks. So I suppose it might be the fair thing to do. Unfortunately.
Good. Then hopefully we can meet up again soon. And we can make things right across the board. For the time being, I'll go get your Sandwalker. I'll be right back.
Very
He
well.
kind of walks back off, and you can see as he's like shouting under his breath and pointing a finger at these two people that he just pushed out of his shop.
Get out.
And he walks inside, and moments pass before he just kind of walks out with one of the sandwalkers. And it's interesting to see where his door actually unfolds at multiple levels. So normally it hinges out, and you can see where apparently there's other hinges that actually pull out further and further to allow animals within. And he just kind of slowly, eventually gets it out the doors and pulls it up to you. Well, most of our business is now concluded. As I don't have any wares, do have a good day, and I'll see you guys soon.
Very well, Osmanthus. Glad you made it back safe.
Thanks. It's been an interesting one, but
You're telling us.
I have a lot to figure out now. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? And you can see as he just darts back off towards the shop.
Can we fit Rumgar onto the Sandwalker as well?
You can fit two people comfortably. It would be hard to press a third easily.
We should leave Rumgar before we go. It's not safe for him out there.
Leave him where?
With us!
Did you not hear he's talking about going back to Grot? Why do
Yeah.
you think he needs another Sandwalker?
Yes, but temporarily. He could be here. It's not going to be long.
You
We'll be
really
gone
think
long.
he's planning to stay here?
To take a child back into the desert. Just so you know, I'm not sacrificing my life for him if it gets to that point.
Very good. So, as Rumgar listens on now, and you can see that the dispersed crowd, along with those two people who have recently been kicked out by Osmanthus, are just kind of slowly drifting off back out into the streets and into their homes. On the other side, back in the desert, as the sun now beats down on you and you can feel the dryness setting in. Calagon, come on back.
Okay.
Here we are. Moment of truth.
Now I'm nervous.
Now laid out completely. You can start to feel now, as your eyes even dried out, the light breeze starting to shift sand onto your face. As you come to, you start to open your eyes, and you notice that this web is now bent out a little bit more than before, where it had originally been one solid mesh. You can see now a Jeff-sized hole beside you, and a large curled up dead spider with a few holes in it. Having just faced this creature moments ago, to the best of what you remember, but now with light around you, you can tell some time has passed. And as you kind of look around at your surroundings, trying your best to move your head despite the web holding you down, you realize that your wand is nowhere in sight currently.
Oh, man. No luck. Throw the staff, throw the wand, throw it all.
So
Well,
I
that was
can't
the move,
get
though.
like I'm stuck to the
That did work.
web still.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah, for
completely
sure.
stuck. Okay. I can't believe what happened. How did it? I'm gonna keep trying to nudge and nudge, and I'm gonna just focus all my energy on one arm. I can't all my energy with just one
Okay.
body.
It takes a little bit, but eventually you can feel it start to slowly give way on like the ends, and you can feel now as you just like start with the wrist and start to pull your arm up, you can just start to, and as you pull your entire arm out, you do hear a light tearing of your robe as you can feel that little bits might be getting left behind.
Darn it, Rodrick. He could help me with that. I'm gonna take my nail and try to like go at the web as I'm pulling to speed the process
Very
up
nice.
as I'm looking around, making sure there's no other spider coming to get
Very
me.
annoying, and you can see some thread starting to kind of pull from you, and then some webbing still staying behind, and you realize like it's kind of hard to differentiate at times when it's all just kind of pulled taut between.
Yeah, I'm
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna keep
easy
working
enough.
at
Eventually, you're able to get your arm and then your head with it.
that. Okay. All right, and I look around, and you said it's the wand is nowhere in sight.
Not that you can see currently. No.
Okay. And what time of day is it at this point?
It is early morning.
Early
currently.
morning. Okay.
Sun
Dead
has
spider,
just risen.
early morning. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep chipping away, trying to get off of this web. How far am I from the sand?
You look up at just like this slight concaved entryway, and it's maybe a good like 10 feet.
10 feet. Yeah, I'm just gonna. That's all I can do right now is just try to get out of this web slowly. If I gotta get out of my robe and like try to like place it in front of where I'm going, so I can kind of walk on the robe and keep doing that as I get out
As you
of.
do that the first time, it's definitely able to kind of get you those 5-ish feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you start pulling it up, you
It
hear
tears.
those tears, and
Yeah,
you
of course.
recognize that like it's probably not gonna continue giving way as you continue pulling it up.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna then crawl and just keep lifting up with one hand as I, one foot as I go, trying to keep my entire body off of the web so I don't have to do that again.
Very good. Very Spider-Man of you as you just kind of start slowly crawling your way about and getting more frustrating with each new step, if you will. You eventually get to the wall, and you can see now where there does seem to be this like kind of amber rocky formation outlining the walls here, where you can see the sands have like fallen down off the edge, and you can see every now and then as winds start to pick up, they start blowing back in your face, and you can tell it's not an easy path to climb for normal people, where spiders luckily obviously get to take complete advantage of this and are entirely unbothered by the rocky aspects.
And I look around and still no wand, right?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'll tell you what,
guess-
make either a perception or an investigation check.
I'm gonna make a investigation, because I don't think I've done that. 4.
Cool.
Can't find the wand.
Yeah, no, nothing around you immediately, and it's
Okay.
it's
And
hard
you're
to
saying
search,
pretty much a
but
berm, a big. I'm out of the web, but I still have a big berm to climb.
there's just that's
Yeah.
about it.
Okay. Okay. I'm just being so cautious looking around. Like, I don't even know how I'm alive right now. Everyone's gone. I'm in the middle of the desert. Oh, why is it always me? And I'm gonna cast a firebolt angrily at the wall itself. Just to get some frustration out.
Nice. You see as some rocks do just kind of fly off lightly, and it actually looks to make out a moderate foothold.
I'm just gonna continue doing that and keep as much as I can just to make a way where I can walk my way up.
Okay. Rolling entirely by chance here.
Yeah.
You take it. There's definitely a chance that portions start to give way and or break between them. Instead, in your anger, you seem more precise than ever as you just and sure enough, you start to create a small little path for you to climb.
Perfect. I'm going to attempt to climb up.
Fantastic. Yeah, make a athletics check with advantage.
18. 19, but not 20.
Over the nat 20.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, no, easily done. The sands start
was
to
a
like
19
kind
and
of
a 20, those.
bother at the last second, and you can feel as you go to reach up, and there's no real give. And with one last fireball, you're able to kind of get better hold over the top, and slowly just kind of roll your body out onto the sand. And you can see now where this kind of pit lies beside you.
I'm gonna lay there for a second. And then I'm gonna get up frantically and look around, look up at the sky, see if I can find Barry. Do I see any trees in the distance, or is it just all sand all around?
From what you currently see, it's just sand all around.
And where is the sun?
The sun is currently
Would I be able
knowing
to tell?
full well east from west. Yeah,
Okay,
you know.
yeah.
It is down to your right currently, and so you get the general sense of like, okay, I can still just go like northwest from here,
That's what I'm gonna do.
and
I'm gonna pick a direction and just walk
fantastic.
with my ripped robes, vulnerable and sad, and
Okay.
contemplating whether this adventure thing is for me.
Cool. Make a survival check.
Yep.
Another spider, is that what you said?
And it had holes in it.
Survival is gonna be
Nat 1.
17.
Okay. Like construct.
Don't do that to me.
Fall right back into
Don't
a
do
separate
that
pit.
to me.
Okay. Well, as you now start walking back off, there's a small little glimmer of gold that you can see out of the corner of your eye, just resting in the sand.
I'm gonna firebolt up as like it's like a flare, kind of. Every I don't know, 10 minutes or something.
Okay. And
By
just
the way.
continuing your trek there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, easy enough. All right. Then, as you continue on in your journey, you can feel again as the heat is now starting to overwhelm. You take it. You've just been sitting out like a cookie on a baking pan. That you've just been taking in the sun all morning as it's been rising, and it's easy to feel its presence now. Moving forward, you will gain 1 point of exhaustion. But I will say, go ahead and roll a d6 for your health, as you did
Okay.
well on your previous rolls.
3.
3? Very good. Okay. Well then, heading
So-
out into the wilderness, trying your best to follow the path set before you, you can start to see now small little tracks. And you can watch as you can tell where these small little animal paths start to venture out, and choosing to ignore some that seem a little bit larger and follow closer to where the smaller ones may be for a time, only to be able to shift away from that. You eventually catch oversight of one of the dunes, this small little pack of, I'll say felines of some sort. They do seem to be moderately sized individually, but luckily tracking fairly well. It's easy to see where they are just kind of preying on something, and or at least previously had preyed on something, and are currently finishing off the remains as they're all just kind of feasting.
I'm hungry too, huh?
I've killed another of my sandwalkers, bro. I'm done.
Still nothing in sight. Don't know where I am. Dying slowly. And I see these felines in front of me. And I'm familiar with that animal at all, or no?
Make a nature check.
Remember, Cleave is my best friend. Do I get advantage? 13.
13. Honestly, no. Surprisingly,
Okay.
you're familiar with a good deal of beasts. You've seen Cleave pulling random things out whenever he can, but no, nothing quite like these.
And they look not friendly. Or they're just...
Hard to say. They're just distracted. They're all head down in a meal.
Okay. Cats, huh?
felines.
I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to eat a cat. I don't want to do a survival thing right now, but I feel like I have to because I'm about to die. All right, let me. I guess let me pick the oldest one. You know, the biggest one, the one maybe doesn't have as much life to live, and I'm gonna go for that one and firebolt it. Hopefully, even though it'll probably hit a couple other ones.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll the hit.
21.
21.
21. Okay. You just and you watch as they all just kind of look back and just start, and they all just and start vanishing in little clouds of smoke. With the exception
this laser beast, you're done, bro.
of one of them, which
He's so dead.
Oh no!
just falls to your firebolt.
I'm gonna run towards it
Okay,
as soon as I see it fall.
Okay.
I didn't even roll damage.
Calagon.
This episode is Kella who?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No. You can see this small little feline creature. It almost looks like a kitten at first glance.
You didn't say that before I shoot the fireball. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It's larger than any kitten that you would ever imagine, but the features are definitely that of a younger creature. And as you look upon it, you see the tail reaching back down, and sure enough, there seems to be almost another tail that kind of reaches back down from between its shoulder blades. And it reaches far, far down, even past its regular tail, where you can see it has these two little, like, jagged ends that almost look to have teeth on the ends of them.
Okay. Two tails?
There's a mom.
So it has, like, a regular tail, and then, like, this, like, tail coming from between its shoulder blades.
Yes. Did I just kill a mom? Can I investigate and make sure like there's not a baby
Go
on
ahead
it?
and roll investigation.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to pick it up. That's why I ran towards it. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, 10.
10.
Good modifier.
Looking for any other signs of creatures and whether or not this thing may have been lost or not, you start to kind of look around and you recognize for a moment that there are a lot of smaller little tracks, and you start to see now where some of them are coming closer towards this body, but now a few of them are actually going away, and with them you see one set of much larger tracks.
I'm just trying to snatch the body and continue with a little haste.
Very good. Post haste. All right. Well, then, as you grab this, honestly, fairly large cat, if you will, if you're looking at this from the angle of just like house cats, it would be pretty darn big. You just grab this thing up and you start walking off, and you do recognize that the body that's below you seems to be some sort of like mostly eaten like pack animal. It almost bears some level of resemblance to an ox, but in the few parts of the face that are still intact.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, you start just booking it out and heading back on your journey.
Yep.
All right. Very good.
Yep. I was gonna say if depending on how hungry I am, I'm probably gonna have to make a little bit of a fire.
Cool. Noted.
Which I could do.
Yeah, with
pretty
ease.
easily. Yeah.
All right.
And,
fantastic. Well, then, as you continue your journey, heading back to find your friends, we are going to take a quick break to figure out just what that looks like on the back end. But as we do so, I do want to say that in just a moment we're gonna have Manny come back up, and he's going to bring a special poll to the peoples, if you will. So we're gonna gather back here.
And
we're
to our cast.
So yeah, exactly. So this is gonna be fun. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. We'll let it be for now.
See you guys.
All right. So, wow, I just realized I never even have run a singular talking head yet up until this point, technically. So this is kind of a first for me. So I feel so on the spot. Now, so unfortunately, within the coming months, we're gonna have to make a few changes here because I'm going to be having a child. So I won't be able to DM throughout the whole time, but luckily Manny has offered to step in my stead. And so we've got to decide what we're going to be running in that time. So luckily I'll get to be a player in part, but obviously I'll have my hands full trying to figure this thing out for the first time. So, yeah, with that being said, Manny, take it away.
Woo! All right, back in this seat.
Boo. Oh.
Wow. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for that. Thank you. I wouldn't have killed you. We'll see what happens after the break.
I killed myself when you were DM.
Technically, yes, I did kill you in my show. Okay, so first off, congrats, Tristan. Welcome to the Dad Club. Boy said I do and goes, time to be a dad. Waited nothing. Waited no time at all.
I can do that too.
No, I'm just 2 years later, you know? After actually saying I do. So, anyways, that being said, yes, when his child is born around September, around that time, he'll probably take a break, as we all have since we've had children recently. And I took a little break, David took a little break, and he's going to be taking a break. Nick, he didn't take a break when he had his child. Yeah, Javi might be taking a break because Javi's having a kid soon. We'll have to figure that out.
We're all in it together.
But regardless, I will be taking over for a little bit and introducing our Divine Inspiration second campaign.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it's going to be kind of a side, like, not side campaign, but rather we're going to kind of swap back and forth between the two in a sense.
For sure.
Yeah, we're going to be able to give you guys a little break from the usual characters, and obviously I won't be the one running it, so it's going to be entirely Manny's world here, if you will. So whatever he decides goes here.
So the plan is we are still going to be in Allura, right? We are still in the same world. We will not probably be in the same timeline. We will see. We will see. It will more than likely be in the past. But I have 3 very vague ideas for a setting. And I want you guys to vote in the comments. And we will have the cast also set their ideas and votes to see where we are going to be come September. The first option is going to be an aquatic nautical campaign.
Oh, that's one.
Won't necessarily be a pirate campaign,
no other
but we will be setting sail on the great sea.
Whoa.
That's the first one.
I have vertigo, not that one.
Another one is going to be some sort of school campaign that I have run a similar one before called Arcanum Academy, and we will technically all be young kids in school, and things will happen. So think like My Hero Academia / Harry Potter / those kind of things. And then the third very vague idea is going to be some sort of fey elemental super magic infused type of theme. So those are the 3 different vague ideas that we would have for the show. Now, I want you guys to vote in the comments and see what would you like to see come September. And we will discuss amongst ourselves within the cast to see what ideas they have and what they would love to do. Yeah, we'll create new characters and live in a different timeline of the world of Allura. And I'm very excited about it. So, anyways, seems like our break is done. So, we will see you in about 2 seconds when me and Tristan switch chairs. All right. Love you guys.
And break.
Hello and welcome back, beautiful people. All right. Phenomenal. It's been a while. That was good. Let's see how I roll. How'd I do?
3.
3. Not bad. All right. So, as Calagon now kills his first baby displacer beast and runs off into the distance, small little creature with its little tentacles and tail in hand, tucking it all now into his chest and kind of hiding it below his cloak, looking about for different tracks. Calagon, you notice that the tracks seem to kind of scatter everywhere for a moment, but luckily, towards your path right now, you don't seem to see any in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. So since I'm in the clear, I'm gonna try to dig a little hole and make a fire with all intentions of eating for the first time in don't know how long.
Very good. Okay. Well then, yeah, without too much difficulty, you're able to just kind of clear out a smaller space. There's still not much hard ground here necessarily, but you find a patch that seems a bit sturdier. Get as low as you can. As you start digging, you realize it's kind of a bit of a moot point to try to dig out any spot really here, but you can certainly use your whatever abilities, items.
Yeah,
How are you?
Prestidigitation was.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Nice. Just a nice slow cook.
Yep. Yeah, but as I go to prep this animal that I just recently killed, I can't do it. I laid it down, and I went to go use my nail just to skin the animal. And I've done it before, and working at living at a cattle farm, I've seen this so many times, but just feel like it's not right. I'm hungry. He's already passed, but I just can't seem to do it. So
that's beautiful. Cleave would eat it though, but that is beautiful. He would respect that too.
I'm gonna hold off until I can't hold off any longer. So I'm gonna put my fire out, put it over my shoulder, and head that way.
As you now get a better chance to look at this creature, it is unusually lean, and you notice that unlike most other felines, it's not immediately obvious necessarily as it was just kind of standing together. This creature has 6 legs, and with its patchwork fur, you notice that it's mostly shades of lighter tans and browns, but it's very, very short furs that kind of make up this creature's pelt, and otherwise it almost resembles skin. As you kind of just look at it, it does seem soft. But there is this brief moment where you look at its face and you realize that even for just being a baby, its teeth are terrifying.
Still, it's a baby.
It is clearly a predatory animal in nature.
Yeah. Still can't do it. I'm not ready.
Very good.
I'm, like I said, I'm going to wait till I can't anymore, pretty much.
Cool.
So.
All right. Well, then, as you continue your trek, I will ask that you make one more survival check for me.
6.
6. Very good. Cleave, traveling now northwestward with your new ally, this unusual, hurt, direwolf. There comes a point where you recognize that you can't hear it again, but you're regularly kind of ritual casting this speak with animals to make sure that you can keep up with it, and you notice that it starts sniffing around and it stops for a brief moment, and it just starts growling. And right as you finish your ritual cast again, you can hear as it looks to you and animal.
Is another animal here? Yeah? Alright. Did you just smell it, or you see something?
Smell.
Do you know the smell? Do you know what animal it is? Is it big? Is it threatening? Are we in danger? Or is it something we eat?
My size, smaller.
Okay. Alright. So we should be sneaky, careful. Wait, no.
Starts sniffing. Yes.
Okay. Can you tell which way?
He just kind of looks around for a moment and starts sniffing around on the sands. And you watch as it kind of searches around. It kind of does like a turn around this this dune a little bit in part, as it's still continually just like sniffing around. And it pauses for a moment and it points in the way that you guys are headed.
Same way. Okay. Well, maybe that's good. Maybe that. Well, our friend has an animal. He might have an animal.
Fight.
Maybe he rides.
Kill.
Yes, we find. We find and then we get safe.
Hurt. Home.
Yes, we get home. Yes. Well, to my home. I'm gonna bring you to mine because it's closer.
He just kind of looks back up at you, and you can see now where this massive direwolf now starts licking at its wound, just kind of slowly pulling all the bandages.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. That helps. That helps. Don't do it. Here, and I'm gonna give all but 4 of my rations. I recognize a much bigger creature than I am. So that should give it like, I don't even know, like 5 or so.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, and
Maybe
it
less.
quickly gobbles them all up, and just as dogs do when they're excited and hungry.
For sure.
And
we gotta get you back.
it's very hard not to take teeth to the hand, as you have to kind of like launch it up last second, so you recognize that this thing snarling doesn't really care not to harm you.
Fair enough. I'm used to feeding the what is it? The Komodo drakes. So this is familiar territory.
Very good.
All right, we're gonna get you safe. We're gonna lay down, but those are to help you. Those are called bandages. They help. You're gonna leave that, and then we're gonna get them taken off, but only when we're home. No biting, or I'm gonna put something on your neck to stop you from biting.
And kind of nods. And then just kind of motions.
Just realized what you said.
It just kind of points back off towards the direction that it was telling you. And it's, danger.
Okay, so I climb to the top of the next sand dune and look over. Is there anything already visible?
Make a perception check.
Natural 1.
No.
I see it. Right there. It's squiggly. It's like a what? It's like a water? Is it a water creature?
No.
Is it a squiggly creature? Have you ever seen a squiggly creature? Ah, that's a mirage. Okay, it's just hot.
Maybe squiggly.
Ah, it might be squiggly. Hold on a second. Alright, we're gonna sneak up on the squiggles.
Danger.
Does it go underground? Under the sands?
Yes.
Let's go around.
East or west, I guess, then.
Which way is home?
Well, home is northwestward, but traveling that way, are you going right around it or
I'm gonna
left
go-
around it?
Well, because home. How do I put this? I'm going not exactly in the direction of home to get to this thing, right? So I'll just, whatever direction is closer to home, because that way
It's directly in the path currently.
Okay. All right. I'll go just further west.
Okay, cool. All right, fantastic. Then this creature is going to lead you pretty far west, away from where this smell is currently.
Once we're like a quarter to half a mile out, I'm just gonna start going back in the direction.
Okay, cool. Easy enough. Then yeah, tracking with it, it continues and you can see as he starts kind of sniffing around and smelling, he kind of pauses again. Danger.
I start to do gusts behind us. I say, I'm gonna move the wind. I can do the move the wind, but don't worry about it. And I'm gonna start trying to get our scent not to go in our same direction. So if anything else can smell, it doesn't track us as easily.
Okay. Cool.
Danger. All right. Okay, so we just gotta see it first. But we've got to find my friend. Is it you still smell the food that we were tracking?
Smell. Blood.
Okay. Oh no. Well.
Squiggly.
All right. Well.
I pull out my my trusty fence shield and I think I got a sword right now. I'm not even sure. I have a mace. I'm gonna pull out my mace too.
All right. Well.
And I just like give it a tap and there we go. Might prop out in a while. Get her one of those. Even though it's not a mace. Just give it like a.
I'll be ready. We'll be ready. All right. We gotta find it.
So then I start just cautiously moving forward.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So you're just heading straight towards.
Yeah, I just hope to see it before it sees us. I'm gonna try to be sneaky.
Okay. Yeah. Roll stealth check.
That's better. 14.
Okay. Yeah. You continue walking, and you watch as this direwolf, now searching out, finds a direct path, and you can see now where there seems to be like this drag in the sands, and following through, you can see now where there's a clear path, and you see these kind of lighter lines kind of dragging through the sands with like one bigger trail dragging behind it.
Right on. And assuming this is anything like what I'm imagining, this appeared to be a well, first of all, bipedal or not. Second, like, does it appear to be like a larger thing that's being dragged or a tail? Like, what kind of marks?
Yes. It does seem to be, it would be hard to tell. I'll tell you what, make an investigation check.
Oh, investigation is the one I'm whack at. Hold on.
Amazing.
5.
Okay. The tail part is almost immediately obvious. There are certain signs, there are certain tells that help to showcase that there are different motions that will sometimes move about separate from the rest. Whether or not it's standing upright on two legs, hard to tell.
Is it the kind of trail you can see without walking directly on it? Like, would I be able to go like 20 feet to one side and just keep following, or is it?
The creature, the direwolf is following the scent specifically, so it's following very closely to where that center point is. But if you wanted to, you could probably just kind of set off and watch as it continues its thing.
Well, I guess since I'm trying to sneak, what I'll do is I'll follow the trail every time it goes up to a dune, and then I'll just like crawl as I get to the top of the dune and look over the next dune before ever going downhill.
Cool.
I'll just kind of run that same play on repeat as I follow it.
Fantastic. All right. This goes on for another like half mile or so.
Okay.
And it takes some time before eventually you come up to the top of a dune, and you just happen at the right time to see as this darker spot just kind of vanishes below another dune, and it's not very far from where you're at currently.
Okay.
A few hundred yards out, maybe.
I give it one of these. Was the wind blowing? Am I upwind or downwind? I don't know the term.
The creature is downwind from you. The wind is blowing at your back towards it.
Yeah, then I would definitely continue to try to like offset my scent as much as I can. I'm gonna crawl low for the remainder of this next stretch, trying to double time it a little bit, but blowing a gust of wind kind of to the side until I get too close for that sound to be.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
It's just wind. I'll just keep doing that.
Nice. Make a stealth check.
12.
All right.
it's not hard to go unnoticed from a distance as you continue on trying to track said creature. And the direwolf is doing a great job of just kind of prowling and following suit very, very similarly. You can tell that the grays and tans of its coat kind of blend in pretty naturally with a lot of the sands around here as it kind of starts digging its way down into the sands a little bit. And you watch as this wolf even kind of moves like a serpent for a moment as it kind of shifts in the sand. And you can see as its tail kind of waves back and forth and it just kind of prowls. And as it goes over top like you do, you watch as it crawls in, and as it lowers its body back down the dune, you can see where like the head stays the same height while the legs only start moving out and bringing back down. And go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Let's see what we got here.
Kind of terrifying.
Okay, a 14.
Very predatory.
14. Very good. Luckily, it's not very hard to make out this unique creature. As kind of taking glance and trying to catch up in between dunes, you start watching, and you can see this kind of tattered, huddled creature just kind of pulling over something else, as you can see in its arms. But there aren't very many purple dragonborns in the desert.
Very good, very good. Like, wait a minute. Where's Calagon? Calagon! Oi!
Cleave?
Mirages are really getting to you.
Cleave? Is that you?
Yeah, oi,
Cleave!
oi, Calagon. Hey, Wolf, this is my friend. This is what this is who we're looking for. He's good. He's good.
Whoa.
Danger.
No. Well, maybe that's two, but this one first. That, you see him? Do you see it?
He
That's
just
not
kind
danger.
of looks over and starts
No
growling.
danger. No.
I'm running towards him, even though there's a
I
dire
pull out a
wolf
little bit of
right next to
water
him.
from my case, and then I use my little water bending ability.
You
And
know
I
what
just
you're gonna...
No.
You're gonna spray bottle freaking dog.
Spray bottle him.
No.
Make an animal handling check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That's a real thing. First one's a natural 20. Goodbye, natural 20, maybe. Yeah, this one is a. This is still good, but it is not the natural 20. 19.
19, dang,
50.
okay. Yeah,
Loaded the page. Sorry.
it is unfortunate, the general situation, but almost immediately this creature just and it starts looking at you, and you see as its ears kind of fall back a little bit, and it just kind of starts like stepping away from you lowly, just kind of staying as low to the ground as
I
it can.
saw it back and forth. And I meant to do this earlier to try to like find its like commands. I meant to do this, but in Druidic, whenever I'm doing the speak with animals, I'll be talking to it, and then I'll say, "Now that is," and then using common, I'll just say Calagon. Calagon is what that is. That Calagon is our friend.
I'm gonna run up to him. How far am I away?
Between them having moved closer and closer to you and you now walking towards them, it doesn't take very long. You're about like you start at like a football field's distance. So you just kind of start making your way pretty quickly, and before you know it, you
At
guys
least we know
are
Calagon's not gonna
together.
die.
Yay!
Calagon
Save that
is
for
not
another day.
Calagon.
I'm gonna run up to him and then stop and look at the wolf and
Yeah,
be like,
maybe a
"Are
second,
you?
let him be cool."
Are you, Cleave? Are you real?" I'm gonna touch him.
You watch as this massive wolf, larger than you, just drops back down a little bit.
He's good. Calagon is our friend, and finding him means we get to go home and be safe.
Wait, hold on.
That was all in a foreign language to you.
Well, I'm gonna take the thing that I have, the whatever furry 6-leg thing, and
Very good.
Cleave, is this endangered or is there?
Do I know
you
what it
this is?
Roll a nature check, Joel.
Oh, they just said, "Go." Let's see what we got. That one is a natural 20 that I get to keep.
Fantastic.
My nature would ordinarily be a +1.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely, Joel. You know the ins and outs. It doesn't match what you've heard about it in color scheme and whatnot.
Okay. Is a
but
desert
otherwise every single other attribute is 100% spot on.
Ah, look at that. That is a desert displacer beast. And you... it's a baby. Did you do this?
I didn't know how long I was going to be out there.
This thing is growling.
How long ago did you kill this thing?
I don't. It could be an hour. It could be.
Was it?
Could be
Like an
20
hour?
minutes. I don't really know.
Okay,
Better part of an hour almost, but not.
Alright,
not
okay.
But I don't want it. We can give it to your friend if that's okay.
Ah, is this what you smelled? Look at... I take it. I put it down next to him.
Squiggly.
This is the squiggly. Yeah. Yeah, danger squigglies. For sure. We call these danger squiggles. And danger squiggles are scary, and the big one might be close. But this is a baby, and you can eat it.
Does he? I don't hear any of this, right?
No,
Your
it wasn't.
dad.
Yeah, not.
Yeah.
It's all not in common.
Yeah.
Does he like it?
Very similar to how it was
He's
with
afraid.
the food you previously presented to him. It's an unfortunate sight before you as you say those words.
Alright, step back.
Okay, all right.
All right. This one has
Tell
been
him I'm your friend.
This one has been hurt. Ah, look at that. Calagon, our friend, has brought you food, like an alpha.
Speaking of food, Cleave, do you have any food or water?
I did bring some for you. Yeah.
So
and
thirsty.
I brought enough for us to have a meal. You, me, Osmanthus, and Nindal. If you want to fill me in while we eat,
I pull out a ration for you.
I'm gonna take it and just start crying. And I'm gonna get on my knees in the desert and be like,
You ran a dairy farm, right?
"Am I from a dairy farm?"
Was that the kind, or was it a meat farm? It was cattle. I don't know
meat
which.
and
meat.
dairy, yeah. So
Yeah, dairy.
a little bit of
I'm
both.
trying to figure out if this is like
Whatever we can make
sticky
money off
cheese
of.
or like dried meat. It would have been from your farm, whatever it is.
Fantastic.
We'll just call it mystery meat. And
Okay, alright.
yeah, I'm gonna start crying and go to my knees in the desert and be like, "Cleave, it was a giant spider."
Oh, there.
No, you don't understand. I keep almost dying. And this is what I thought I was supposed to be on this planet for, was to be an adventurer, and I just can't do it anymore.
Oh, hey,
I'm no
we
good,
accomplished our
Cleave.
mission.
I don't have my staff. I feel like I burden you guys more than help.
Look at that direwolf there. Look at him.
I'm gonna look at it.
You haven't been a burden to him. He was hungry just like you. And you brought him
No,
food. You didn't
no-
even know he was going to be here.
No, the big picture.
Look
If
at
I
me.
can't, Cleave, you don't understand. If I can't deal with the problems of today, how am I going to take care of the problems of tomorrow? How am I going to help align the bastions and fight dragons? If I can't take on orcs or spiders or everything else is good. I don't even know how I'm here right now. Last thing I know, a spider attacked me and poisoned me. And then I woke up and it was dead. I don't know how it died,
Okay.
but
Well, we all need a bit of fortune sometimes. Let me tell you a story. This story is about, and I suppose called, the coolest guy I ever knew. There was a man. He was a friend to all. Grew up with humble beginnings. And where he was and where he went, there wasn't much expectation out of him.
a meeting as you're telling me the story.
And at that time, his family was struggling, and he didn't know what his purpose was. And for all that struggle and that self-doubt, what he didn't see was when a new friend came along, and he saw the things that he hadn't seen in himself, and he saw that he was capable, and that he was intelligent, and that he accomplished more outside of the realms of what was expected for him. And it was clear to his friend that he would be able to do great things. And then he got superpowers and was able to shoot fireballs anytime he wanted.
Yeah.
And the idea that you thought you could maybe fight dragons or whatever before you could do that, I know things have been hard, Calagon, but if you had the high hopes you had before, look at you now. We could never have done any of the things we've accomplished when we were just farmer boy and homeless guy that was on the farm now too.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, Cleave. I really do, but I did know what I wanted to do back then. I did have a lot of hope and a lot of confidence, and it's just, yeah, I have powers now, and I just keep winding up in bad situations, and like I said, I just don't know. I don't have my staff. Do I have my book? I don't even have my book, do I?
You do have your book.
I do have my book. All I have left is my book, and I can do cool things, but I can't protect you guys. How can I protect you guys if I can't protect myself?
You know, you say that, but do you know what sets you apart, Calagon? From people that we've met that would have amazed me back home as well. Osmanthus, Nindal, even the power in your staff. Do you know what's different from you, between you and that staff, you and Osmanthus, you and Nindal?
What?
You keep saying you almost died. They are all dead. They actually are dead. You're not.
Osmanthus is
I
dead?
don't know, we have to assume.
What? Nindal and Osmanthus didn't make it?
So,
What?
if those powerful men, people capable of things that we couldn't even conceive of back home, if they all didn't make it and you did, then no matter what you think you're not capable of, that you can't survive, you did. This magical staff presented it to you, and where is it now? It's gone. But you're still here.
You know, if Oz and Nindal are gone, I guess. If Oz and Nindal are gone, I guess I will power forward for them, because they took because they gambled their lives for us. So, you know what? If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down fighting.
It's the only way we can. Unless we get like cancer or something. Well, you still can. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go down fighting.
What is this? I'm so confused right now. Is this a motivational speech, or?
I don't know what it is. I was just looking for you in the desert, and I'm just glad I found you.
I'm glad you found
I've been
me
dead
too.
like those other guys.
It's so sad. Oz, so you don't know where they? You just assume they died?
Well, I was tracking through the desert. I didn't find any of you on the regular trail. I figured something had gone wrong, so I kept tracking.
Well, can this guy take us back, or?
We're not gonna ride on him. He's hurt, but we can all get back. I know our way back. We aren't too far.
You're gonna have to lead the way now, Cleave.
I can do that. I'm not hurt right now. If you want, we could stay sitting here for a little while longer. Just rest up enough. Just enough to get us all a little bit back on our feet. Maybe just an hour or two.
That's up to you. I feel a lot better now that I had something to drink and some food in my stomach. But I still am really, really hurt. Maybe a short rest would be nice.
Listen, it's nothing to be ashamed of to be hurt. You faced a giant spider. But we faced armies of goblins. All the adventures and stories we heard when we used to be excited about that kind of thing. Those situations The heroes in those stories, they beat up like 2 guys at a time, maybe. That was their big heroic thing. We're fighting cities. We're fighting great beasts. We're fighting the elements. And we're all without real rest.
But
I think if we find a bed, you'll find that the world's not as... doesn't feel so all-consuming as it does right now.
Well, I'll leave you with this, Cleave. If this is what I'm meant to do, then I'll just keep doing it. But for a second there, I really thought about just going back home and leaving saving the world up to you guys and maybe Rumgar.
I'll put my hand on your shoulder and say, look, you are 4 horsemen. Rumgar's a 4 horsemen too. And I know you don't feel that you've got what it takes right now. But if you look at every situation, when you say you can't protect the people, those people that we couldn't protect were all killed by the other 4 horsemen. The other 2, really, they keep killing everybody we meet. All the time. So you can't put it on yourself. You're our only hope. You're the only one of us that hasn't just killed everybody. Wait, maybe one time. Did you kill the goblins? Were you the fire one? Did you make the explosion?
I'd made the explosion.
Ah, well, they
happen.
killed everybody else.
Yeah.
Has Rodrick killed one person?
Didn't you? Hold on. Wait, what?
You
So it was you
must
that it was you that knocked.
You
Yeah, it
definitely
was that
led to
messed
plenty of
situation.
deaths, but I don't know what
I don't think Rodrick
what
has directly
people
killed
you've killed.
a single, like,
Yeah.
person.
I know
Arlyn definitely
Arlyn
killed a
got
bunch
the-
of innocents by mistake in the bottom of the cave.
Well, didn't you send the guy back into the fray?
Huh?
Didn't you send the guy back into the fray pretty much to die?
Which guy?
But he didn't die. But yeah,
He didn't die. He ended up coming
That's
back.
true.
And
Which
Well, we all voted. We all
the
voted.
old
on
man
the
that
old man.
went
You did
back
lead the
into
hobgoblins into betraying each other and cutting each other down and whatnot. That was a pretty rough scenario.
So no one's perfect.
That was unfortunate.
Bottom line.
But
Neither
yeah.
is Calagon. And I'm not
But
gonna.
at least
I'm
when
not,
you kill innocents, you also save the rest of us and kill all of our enemies at the same time.
I'm not gonna reply. I'm
I'm
just
gonna
look
give that
down
up
and-
for a little while now.
I'm just gonna look down and shake my head.
I kind of like adjust my seating too. Sit down and keep chewing on my thing too. Like,
All right, back to back, like Forrest
I
Gump
almost,
style.
yeah.
Cool.
Just like
Alright.
talking to myself now. Like, oh, it's this close.
Resting up now, out in the sands, back over in Rudon. You guys are met with Nindal as he comes out, having heard of your safety. He walks out with a sandwalker in hand. He walks it over towards you guys, and he just
It's good to see that everyone's made it back safely.
Not everyone. Still waiting on Cleave and Calagon.
Do you know anything about him? Oz couldn't help.
Not as far as safety, no.
Emotional
But-
damage is his thing.
Oz tells me that he's looking for a new profession. And,
Yes, he mentioned Grokt. Like we didn't just come from being right next to it.
perhaps in part, Grokt spans a lot of territory. But where I'm from, it's nothing like what we just experienced.
Okay, well, we have no time to waste. We need to get on that sandwalker and find Calagon and Cleave.
Very well.
That is true.
and watching Oz struggle with the other. He just kind of looks over, says,
Suppose you guys may take this one and we'll
What are you
venture out
doing,
separately.
Nindal? What's next for you?
I need to go home. I need to tell my people of what we've experienced with the goblins.
So back to Grokt as well.
Back to Grokt.
Very well. Well, we have to get going now. Our friends are in danger.
Try to visit sometime.
Grokt.
Your friend. He could be very useful to us there.
Which friend?
Cleave.
Really? How so?
We can't get caught up in conversations. Cleave could be dead by now if we don't. How can he be useful if he's dead?
He is dead.
Fair enough. Well, then best of luck to you. Just remember this. There is a bridge connecting the two halves of Gracht. The creature that you find there, you have to burn it. It's the only way you'll make it past.
You have to murder it, you said?
Burn it.
Burn it. The bridge.
The
The
creature.
creature. Okay. Sorry, the tusks make it a little difficult.
Excuse me,
but-
is burn a ritual or a riddle? Is it literally burn, or is it a riddle?
Yes, you burn the creature.
With fire,
With fire, yes.
I think
No.
we're pretty good at that.
nothing else.
Not specifically, no.
Burn the creature with fire. You can cross the bridge.
Stay away from the sides, it may grab you out from the sides.
Stay away from the what?
The sides of the bridge, it might grab you out from...
Okay, stay away from the
Sides.
sides of the bridge. Burn the creature. That's.
That
On-
connects the two sides of Gracht.
Yes,
Well, I don't plan on going to
Alright.
Grot anytime soon, so.
50
very good, well...
and it reloaded.
Where's our
I wouldn't
sandwalker?
even do it.
Oz eventually just kind of like, looks up at you and just, here you are.
Alright, I'll be seeing you.
Fair enough.
Goodbye. All
When you
right.
make it to the capital, ask for Hemlock.
The capital of Gracht.
Yes.
What does everybody think we're going back to Grot?
Tell Cleave that it would be in his best interest, and in the best interest of his people.
I do imagine that would be very important to Cleave. Hemlock, you said?
That's right.
Hemlock. Gracht. Bridge.
You can see
burn,
Oz like
creature.
thinking for a
Got
second.
it.
He's like, Hemlock. I've heard that name before. Is that you? And you can see as he just like kind of like scurries towards him and just starts questioning him again.
Nindo? Hemlock? Is that your name?
It's a title. It's very popular around here. I don't make the titles. I don't make the names. The archaeologist, Hemlock. You know, I don't really understand it, but
Speaking of archaeologists, is there more than one?
I mean, it's a profession. They exist. Yes.
Well, his name wasn't an archaeologist, it was the archaeologist. So, is there another the archaeologist?
No, just him.
So that's it.
He's kind of famous.
He's famous.
A little bit.
He's famous.
Kind of a big name. A lot of people have heard that name.
Yeah, but I don't even know
For
his
sure.
name.
His
Oh,
name
it's-
is the archaeologist. It's what we call him.
God, his name was Gene.
All right, so we can't get caught up in conversation. Let's go,
We
Rodrick.
already started talking about fame, so I'm sorry.
So I hop onto the Sandwalker. I say, "Get on, Rodrick."
Nice. You guys notice light like scorch marks around the saddle, but otherwise you just
Best of luck. I'll see you hopefully soon.
We'll be back. Are you leaving anywhere soon?
Yes.
God, can nobody stay in one place for longer than
This
5
is not
minutes?
my home.
Okay. Well, there's nowhere to reach you, so I'll just. It was nice meeting you, Lindell. Hemlock.
See
Thank you
in
for
another
helping
life.
us get out. Somehow.
Likewise.
And do you have any more potions for me before we leave?
I do not.
Any you can think of?
No.
Nothing. Not like farewell gifts.
Do you know anything about the vial of ink?
Oh. Here,
What about?
look at this bottle. There's not really anything left in it, but. Well, there was instructions on the lid.
fantastic.
I showed the lid, and it says the whole thing that it does.
Just,
Like a Snapple cap.
I'm not familiar with such a thing, no. Hopefully just a joke. Such a thing would be terrifying in the right hands.
Yes. In the hands of someone dangerous, it could surely do some harm.
Yes.
Okay, well, if you see the archaeologist, make sure to send him my regards.
Certainly done.
Yes. You remember my name, do you?
Of course. See you soon.
All right, off we go.
It's hard to say it. Okay.
So I kick the sandwalker and we just start heading off.
You just hear,
Of the
it's
city.
Rodrick!
Amazing. All right. Venturing out, it's not very long before you notice, perched atop the walls of Rudon Village, swooping down, you see Barry now just kind of cut you
Barry.
off. And you just...
Barry. Is Calagon okay?
And you see like these like flashes of images in your mind, and you feel the fear of just running and being told to run and just find you guys.
Is Calagon all right?
Barry, lead us in his direction.
Can you lead us back to where they were?
You watch as he just takes to the skies and does his best to start kind of navigating through the trees at first, and eventually you can start to see like the light shadow as it kind of vanishes as you guys now start taking off out towards the deserts while Barry goes in search. Nick, if you would go ahead and roll one perception check for Barry, please.
Got you.
Man, I'm sick of being in the desert.
Not one.
Fantastic. Very good.
The sun's too bright.
These guys.
Awful.
All right. Well, then back to you guys briefly.
Awful.
You guys now well rested and enjoying your peace for the time being. Watch as the direwolf continues to lick at his bandages, reddening them up completely. As you can see.
No. We don't do that. If you stop, I will fix it. Tonight.
Is it about time to go, Cleave?
After dark. Yeah, just give me... You said there was a giant spider. It was dead?
Yeah, when I woke up, it was
And yeah, it
was
had
dead.
been killed. That's...
something
Honestly,
must have killed it.
Adds to... Yeah, maybe. We do all need luck, but... I don't know, don't be so modest. Maybe you kind of sort of beat each other, and when you woke up from its poison, you just... You know?
No, it's more likely that it died from old age than me killing it.
I'd like to see. If it's only been maybe half
What?
an hour to a quarter of a mile, of an hour,
You want to go back
I
into
want-
the desert?
well, I could be to where you were and back in 15 minutes.
You just gonna leave me here while you go back there? or-
I'm gonna take the form of this fella here, except not injured. And I think we should. I think we've seen too many things and not benefited from the advantages, the natural advantages they have. I think we ought to extract some poison. You still have all the vials from your brother, right? I think we ought to
I don't
extract
even
some
know what I
poison from
have
there.
at this point.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's a hard call. You would at least have one vial from recently shrinking on down.
I have one vial from recently shrinking.
So
I don't know,
I know you wouldn't
Cleave.
want to do this, but listen. If there's ever been a test of your courage to make you worthy of an adventurer, this is your moment. Prove it to yourself. If you can extract the venom of a dead giant spider, what else could possibly stop Calagon Dör? If you could face your greatest fear.
How are we gonna get onto the web? Look at my clothes. I got shredded getting off of it.
We'll sort of gateway drug you into the into facing your greatest fear. Are you prepared to see something like that again?
Cleave, I just told you that I want to give up as a as a hero adventurer. I want to that I'm doubting everything that I've ever done, and you want to take me back to the place where I came to those conclusions.
I want to take your little doubts and smother them like.
It's starting to worry me there.
Like something that can't breathe.
Listen, I'll go with you, but it's not on hope.
No.
It's on
A giant spider. And then I turn into a giant spider.
Oh my god.
No.
Still having to
I'm
speak
gonna
with animals up.
fall back
Still
into
having
the
to speak with
sand
animals
and
up.
like scurry back.
Would you have the venom if you turned into a giant spider?
Other
I don't know that it would
question,
stay if I turned
have
away
you
from
seen a giant spider?
Yes. Have we not? We were definitely in the caves with them. Hang on. Have I actually? Have we not? I thought they came up at
We
some
never
point
actually
and we
saw
ran away.
one
We never saw any?
in the desert?
caves
maybe
was
I
too
can't
dark.
maybe I
About it
can't
and
do that.
ran.
Okay.
Yeah, that was y'all's first actual experience with a giant spider.
Well then,
Wow. I thought for some reason we had, but you're right. We were just chasing them away with our
yeah,
voices.
wait till we see it to turn into
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
He can
all right.
turn it,
would've
even
been
though
hype.
it's dead. He sees it. He can turn into it.
Not typically,
it.
but
No.
yeah,
You'll
we'll
test
see.
it.
We'll
See
have
how
him
much
run a
it
check when he
decayed.
gets there.
It has like one decayed thing. Anyway,
So, look, we can get there and back very quickly.
I'm
I
going.
think we need resources.
I'm going, but again, it's not because I'm a hero. It's because I just don't care anymore. So, lead the way.
All right. So I talked to the wolf. I need you to stay here. We're gonna go just over there for a little while, to hunt for some more food, and then we're gonna go home.
Good.
All right. But you have to stay here.
Fine.
What did he say?
Fine.
Fine. Okay. All right. You stay here. I'll put out my little bowl with a little bit more water again. Just a little bit, not very much this time.
Cool.
And then then we'll go.
Cool. Well, following Calagon's scent, it's a breeze at this point, just kind of slowly tracking back to where you were.
Well, I'm not gonna turn into like a wolf or anything. Then I think. Well, yeah, maybe. Okay. Sorry. Let me finish up this interaction then. Calagon, for this to work, you are gonna have to be the one to extract the venom, and it's gonna be quick. And then, no, go ahead.
Nothing. How?
So just you have to put this to the creature's fang and push it up through the. I'll tie like a little like piece of fabric or whatever to the end. You just have to sort of stab its fang into this.
All right, sure, whatever.
And you beautiful beast, speaking to the direwolf, I want to show you how much I am a partner to you, a friend of you. Don't be scared, but I'm going to take on the form of one of your pack, one of your kin. I take a step back, and then I just like Wolfman just starts tearing off my skin. No. Yeah. I turn into another dire wolf.
Fantastic.
And I'll jump on him. As I jump on him and get sad and be like, Calagon, the great poison extractor.
Poor guy.
Then I'll follow the scent and all that. And I'll try to
Cool.
double time it.
Alrighty. Then I would like for you, Joel, to make a survival check for the two of you guys as you continue tracking back towards where you went.
Do I get the what's it called? Is it a survival or is it to find the thing? Do I get the advantage on smellies checks?
I'll
with
tell you
the-
what. Make a survival check at advantage due to your increased perception.
$17.
17. Luckily, having just been in place and having learned about it, you're able to kind of circumnavigate the Squiggle Cat territory.
Squiggle cat territory. Very good. Very good.
But it's not very long before you're able to come to the same point that you guys had just been discussing. And sure enough, you get to experience now for the first time this very same sight that that Calagon had just experienced recently.
Well, here it is.
Wow.
There it is.
Is there anything else in there? Are there any other like web-wrapped shapes or straight up our friends or sandwalkers
Just
or
a
anything?
giant hole towards the base of it, where you can see that that you know very well that Jeff was.
That's where Jeff was. Looking at the giant spider now, can I tell any way, or can we see that how it died of some sort, or is there any wounds, or is it just like an old spider curled up?
For the time being, just outside of it, outside of the pit, it does just look like a furled up spider. But knowing what you know, you start looking around, and sure enough, you start to see where there's a little bit of shimmer to the little like furs, and you can see now that there are a series of holes within it.
Okay. All right, Cleave. I guess I'm gonna try to get across the sticky stuff again. Any ideas?
It was specifically Jeff that fell down the hole. That's great. That's great news.
It was Jeff.
That means I hope you guys got my chains back from our camel, our other sandwalkers. We'll get back to that in a little bit.
Think about that one.
I just realized that. Anyway, if I can, I would like to just like one strand at a time try to start like biting at the webs and see if I can tear them.
Just biting into this spider's web.
Yeah. Without getting myself caught too much in it.
I'll just say, yeah, you go to do so, and taking one little bite, these things are like ropes, and then immediately it's like getting bubblegum stuck in braces.
Wow.
And you can feel your jaw start to lock up as you try to try your best to start opening your mouth back up against it.
Okay.
It's a horrible experience.
And the spider is just like face up, just laying on web. Just,
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, so it's not at the bottom.
Is it anchored to the sand? The
It's
spider
anchored
web?
to the actual hard rock walls around it.
Why don't you try to just blow a bunch of sand on the sticky stuff? Maybe it won't be as sticky. Maybe the sand will stick to it, and then I can walk on it at that point. But you're a wolf,
I'll drop
so
it for him. No, I'll drop it. Actually, I'm gonna take a good look at the giant spider, and I'm gonna just see if I can figure out if I can do that. 'Cause that would allow me at least to walk on its webs.
Just to blow sand onto it.
no, he
To
wants
become-
to,
I wanna
he
see if
wants
I
Oh,
to
to
become
become the
become
spider.
See
Yeah,
if
make
I
an I'll say an Arcana check actually.
Okay, all right. Not awesome at that.
You got this.
Come on.
Natural 30.
That is a total of
I'm a natural
14.
14. You can emulate it to the best of your ability, having seen regular spiders and now seeing this creature locked up. You get the sense that it's kind of a rough approximation, and that you probably wouldn't hold true to every single aspect of what it really is.
Outlook not so
All right.
good.
Well, then I'm going to take this opportunity to further investigate it, because I want to go over and sort of like get it off its own webs, drag it over to him, and also just like analyze the mess out of it. It'll be like
Wow.
that gross scene where Spider-Man crawls around the lizard.
Nice.
Just
Okay. Yeah, sure enough then. So you're able to just kind of launch that on up top eventually. It is surprisingly light for you in this spider form.
Well, since it's over here, I guess you can do it. I'm gonna hand you the vial.
no, I'm still a giant spider.
Oh.
And I'm gonna crawl back into the hole. I want to look for Jeff.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm
Incredible.
gonna leave you up there and believe in you
Gotcha.
to get the
Okay. As he
Vial.
crawls in, I'm gonna go up to the thing and push it up and see if I can get some venom out. I've never done it before, so.
Wow. Okay. Then for you, make a medicine check. For you, make an investigation check.
4.
15.
15. Okay.
I think the natural fear of this creature would probably prevent you from doing anything quite as you should. Eventually, kind of poking it to the top, you notice, nope, nothing happens. All right, and
Sounds about right now.
on the other end, however, Cleave, the lower you go, the deeper you see that these caverns stretch.
Oh shoot.
And you realize that it's not just a small hole in the ground, but rather an entryway to a greater cavern system.
Jeez, dude, you brought me back
And
here.
as you start crawling further and further down, it doesn't take very long before you recognize the fact that the darkness all around is still dark even to your spider eyes, except for a bit of glistening coming from the light above, as you can now start to hear the light lapping of waves below you.
Wow. Okay. I would like to just like Spider-Man web, where he drops down, just like shoot some web out my butt and just start spelunking over here.
Like
Wow.
a Mary Jane kiss, but
Cool.
into water.
Yeah.
Okay. It continues down pretty darn far, and the waves do start to get louder and louder. And before you know it, you're just dangled beneath this kind of cave system as it actually starts opening up further and further. And you can see now where this kind of opens to this very, very large underground cavern, very similar almost to what you guys swam through when you first got your abilities. And so as this kind of darkened entryway opens up, you can see now where some of the light just barely reaches the bottom, and you can see now just light flickers against the water, just lightly moving around well below. And you get the sense that there's no hard ground directly below you.
So this is like, I mean, there's like waves. So now that I'm closer, do I have any? Is it like an enormous underground lake
It is an
situation?
enormous underground lake situation.
Oh yeah. Nah, I'm just gonna start going back up then, I guess. Jeff is
Literally
gone. This
a
seemed
big
like
fear of mine.
Jeff just like is under the water then somewhere. Just like,
Yeah, he's gone.
It does seem quite likely.
okay, all right.
So you're just gonna start pulling back up?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I'm gonna head back
Alright, so then as you just and start kind of making your way back up the web, you just slowly kind of watching now upside down with your spider legs kind of pulled inward as you just hear, "Wait!"
Oh no.
echoed throughout the entire chamber. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Wow.
Oh, you wanted to go back.
Wow. We're never gonna leave the desert.
I kind of did. I'm at water.
Yeah.
True. Complete
crazy.
opposite of desert. Good job, Cleave.
Well, I
you found
wonder
an
if we're
aquifer.
gonna find you.
This is actually the start of our pirate campaign. Alright, easy enough. Well, we love you guys. I gotta go get home to my very pregnant wife, but
Yeah.
God bless you, and we'll see you back here next week.
See you guys.
Hey, this is Joel Castro. I play Cleave Sturwin on Divine Inspirations, The Four Horsemen, and I hear a lot of debate amongst different believers, people, Jewish, Christian, different denominations within Christianity, about the importance of the law and of the Old Testament. And I've even heard some people go as far as to say that it doesn't matter, you don't need the Old Testament anymore, that's just, that's in the past. We have a new covenant, we're under grace now. And while those two things are true, I want to bring your attention to what Jesus said about that in Matthew 5:17-19, where he says, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not an iota, not a dot will pass from the law until all is accomplished. Therefore, whoever relaxes one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does them and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven." So we know they do still matter. Jesus said so himself. Of course, we are still under grace. That's very important, and it's very freeing for us to know. But the law teaches us a lot about God's heart and what He wants for us. So I pray us out. Dear Lord, thank you for your law. Thank you for your grace and your Son. Thank you for teaching us the ways that we should go about our lives and the things that you want for us. I pray that we never make these decisions lightly, and when we want to know what's right and wrong, we always make our decisions
as always, through divine inspiration. In the name of Jesus, amen.